Welcome to the Bivouac. This is the game of hearts. Your goal in this game is to get the least amount of points that you can and ultimately have the fewest amount of points when one player reaches 100 or greater. For this game, you will need one standard deck of 52 cards, no jokers. Aces are going to be played as high, and some way to keep score. To begin each round, you're going to deal out 13 cards to each player, which will be the entire deck. And the first stage of each round is always passing. All players in the passing phase must pass 3 cards in a specific pattern. In the first round, you will pass it to the left. In the second round, you will pass it to the right. And in the third round, you'll pass it to the person across from you. And in the fourth round, you will not pass at all. In the fifth round, you will continue this pattern. Left, right, then across, hold. When passing, strategic tip, you usually want to get rid of high cards or a suit, which will come in handy later. But for the interest of time, I'm just going to have each player randomly take 3 cards off of their deck and continue as so. The player who has the 2 of clubs will always start each round. Which just so happens to be this player right here. They will lay their card in the center, and the next player to their left will play a card. They must play a card that is in suit if they can, which in this case is the 7, the 6, or the 3. This player is going to lay the 7. The in suit is always the suit the first person led, which is clubs in this case. So this one player also has now 2 cards that they can lay. Actually 4, 3. They are going to lay the jack because it follows the suit of the 2. This player over here also has a club, so they're going to lay it. Once all players have played 1 card, the trick is complete and you will evaluate the trick. Whoever has the highest card that is in suit, that means of that first suit that the person led, which in this case is clubs, will take the whole trick. In this case, the ace is the highest, so the ace will take all 4 cards, set them face down beside him, and they will lead the next trick with any card they want except a heart, which they can't do until later. Say they want to lay another club. Let's get some more clubs going here. So they laid a flop 5, so they have to lay another club. He's going to lay that one. They're going to lay that one, and then 9. King's the highest. Okay, that's pretty easy. They'll get it. They'll lead a new one. Let's keep going on these club trains. Okay. And uh-oh, this player is out of clubs. They don't have any more clubs. What do? Well, this is a great scenario for you because at this point you get to lay whatever you want. You can either lay a heart, which will be worth points, or you can throw off by laying some other random card. Let's say he laid the King of Spades. The King of Spades is the highest card out of all 4 of these cards. However, it is not in suit. It's not a club. And so it really is worth nothing, and it will never take the suit, the trick. So the 8 is now the highest, and they'll take all 4 of these cards. But let's say he instead laid this ace of hearts. When a player lays off a heart, hearts are now considered broken. So the 8 will again take it, put it next to them, because the ace is out of suit, and they will get to lead a card. Since hearts have been broken, they can now lead hearts. So they're going to lead that 2 of hearts. This player is going to lead the jack of hearts. That's not very good. This person is going to lead the 6, play the 6, and that person is going to play the 10. The jack of hearts is the highest one in suit, and takes it. It goes on like so. You will continue doing this until all players have exhausted their hands. For the interest of time, I'm just going to fold them over. When they do that, you're going to then take apart your tricks and tally up points. You get 1 point for every heart card that you took. This player took no heart cards. You also get 13 points if you take the Queen of Spades. This person does not have the Queen of Spades either, so they have 0. Very good. This person has a Queen of Spades. Ouch. A 1 heart and 4 hearts. So 5 hearts and 1 Queen of Spades. 5 hearts and 1 Queen of Spades is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 13, which is 18 points. That's not very good. That's a lot of points. Each heart is always worth 1 point, regardless of what it is. This queen is worth the same as the 2. They're both worth 1. And the Queen of Spades is worth 13 once more. Let's keep going around. Let's see what else they got. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hearts. So how many points is that? 4. There we go. 4 points. 4 points to that player. This player has 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many points is that? 4. Okay. You will then add all of these scores to their running total of points. And then you evaluate and check, is one player over 100 points? If a player has 100 points or more, then whoever has the fewest points at that point in time is the winner of the entire game. If no player is over 100, then the game continues. If in the case that there is a tie for first place, for instance, one person's gone over 100, and the 2 lowest people are both at 54, then you continue playing another game until there is one player over 100 or more, and only one player as the lowest. So there's no tie for the lowest. Which does mean the player who first went over 100 could, in theory, in a perfect game, win the whole game by pushing everybody else over past them. It does happen, and it can happen, and it's a very fun moment. That is the basis for hearts. There's a couple other mechanics. The first main mechanic is shooting the moon. If you happen to collect all 26 points, which means the Queen of Spades and all of the heart cards, you don't miss a single one, you shot the moon. When you shoot the moon, every other player except for you gets 26 points, and you get 0. Unless, in the very rare circumstance, that doing this would make you lose the entire game. So if giving everybody else 26 points and you nothing would make you still lose the whole game, you instead go down 26 points and everybody else gets 0. But you can only do that second option if the first option would make you lose the game right now. That is the entirety of hearts. Good luck.